Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
Come on in. Let's see what we've got. Let's see if we have anybody showing up today. Or at least the comments. There are no comments showing up. Nothing showed up yesterday. Oh, maybe it's going to happen today because now I see people walking on in. Yahoo! Hi, everybody. This is Leanne Ely from The Daily Dish. It is The Daily Dish Show where we bring vibrancy back to your everyday life, heart, mind, body, and soul. We're excited about that, and we're excited that you're here. There's Angie, and I see people today. I didn't see him yesterday, and I felt so awfully alone, but not today. Thank you so much for showing up. Sarah's in the house, and so is my girl Vanessa. Yay! So good to see you. There's my girl Beverly. Hello. Hi, there's Yvonne from Whittier, California. My cousin just posted a picture. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Jackie. Just posted a picture of him and his brother in the 70s in front of this old car, of course, saying, this is me, in Los Angeles, because he's from England. And I said, wait a minute, that's in front of my house, isn't it? Yes, it is. So funny to see that kind of stuff. Anyway, welcome on in. Today is the Daily Dish Show, and today is Q&A. We do that every single Friday. Every single FriYay. And we got some good questions here today. I'm going to get into them because I want to make sure that we have enough time for everything. And then if you are part of my VIP group, if you're either in Hot Milk Club or Take Back Your Life, at 2 p.m., we're going to be meeting on Crowdcast. You've got a link for that. And we're going to be going over all the goodies on how to stay the course through the holidays. Okay, I've got some good tips for you. I think it's going to be helpful. Anyway, very excited that you're here. Let's get busy, shall we? We're busy. Oh, I have one more request. If I can just throw out a prayer request. We close on December 21st. Now, I've been in closings before. I've, bought and sold a few houses in my time. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. She just liked last night's webinar. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I just have been in a few, and I just want to make sure that, if you would send in prayers that all the documents come in on time, all the coordination comes in, because when it doesn't, and right around the holidays, boy, it can be really a little excruciating. So I have a little nervousness around that, and I would just ask you to keep that in prayer and let everything come together the way it's supposed to on December 21st at 2 p.m. Exciting. Thank you for that. So here is our quote of the week. Let's start with a good one, right? How do you like that? Look, if you do the bare minimum, expect bare minimum results. You want to be great, then work to be great. Nothing just happens. Amen? Nothing just happens. I don't know about you, but I've never had anything come to the place of anything that I wanted in this life so much that it just happened. It just doesn't. You got to work for things. I love to put an effort and see the result of something like that. I mean, this is talk about reaping what you sow. I love that. And I know you do too, because it really does give you that self-satisfaction. That's what we talked about yesterday. And by the way, those notes, show notes from yesterday, boom. Did you get them in the mail yet? Your email? If you're not getting our show notes, you're missing out. We just give them to you the next day. Amber does a terrific job on them. You can get it just by going to saveydinner.com and signing up for our newsletter. You also get all the deals and the steals and the recipes and everything else that you need to know. We don't send a whole lot of emails, just one a day. That's it. And it'll give you all the 411 that you need to know. You'll love it. Everybody loves our notes, so really good job on that. The other thing I wanted to tell you about was last night we had a webinar that you're fully welcome to go get charged up about, because this is where we take you to the next level. You know, what's after the sprint? You're going to find out. Go to savingdinner.com/burn. And the webinar itself just gives you a lot of stuff. And I put a lot of emphasis on mindset stuff because honestly, without the mindset, you can't do anything else. You can try and fail and try and fail. But the mindset is the piece that locks the door, that locks in your determination. It's the GPS for the whole way things are going. Should I throw down another metaphor? Just asking. Anyway, so I just wanted to just let you know you have the opportunity to go watch it. savingdinner.com/burn. We had a lot of people who liked it. So, hey, that says something, right? Let's see, one more thing. What else did I have to tell you about? Oh, here we go. We're getting to the end of this one. Beauty support, going crazy. This stuff's going out the door. Out the door like that. Put 4 in your cart and you'll only pay for 3. How simple is that? Go to savingdinner.com/show. We really should have that testimonial there. You should read this testimonial that Wendy sent us last month, talking about how it caused her hair to grow after going through stage 4 liver cancer. Come on. Who does that? How does that happen? But I'll tell you, 1, God is good. 2, these are terrific supplements and they do work. So hair, nails, skin, man, this is why we call it beauty support. It does a number and I am so proud of this supplement. I wouldn't dream of going a day without taking it. So if you want to save some money, this is the way to do it. Buy 3, well, actually just put 4 in your cart and we'll give you that 4th one for free. And you'll get free shipping. savingdinner.com/show for all that information. How about that? Isn't that fun? I love stuff like that. So where are we with all of this? Do I have everything that I need? Just checking it out. Oh, show and tell. Look at what we got in. Look. Do you see this? There's one of my favorite quotes right there. Little hinges, swings, big doors. Do you know what this is? This is what we're calling the quote deck. Do you know how we do a quote every week? We have them made up in cards, you guys. Aren't they so cute? And on the back, it says, living life in full bloom. So I don't know about you, but I'm pretty much all excited, all a Twitter. They're nice. And, you know, aren't they so cute? Aren't they so cute? It costs nothing to dream, but everything if you don't, from Rita Davenport. Part of courage is simple consistency. Do you love this? Are you going crazy? I know, I'm loving this. If you measure it, it will improve. There's so many of these. I know, Mimi's like, what? Ah! It's so cute. And we did it, you know, because our full bloom event is going to be full bloom every year. Because this, I feel this so much in my heart that this is who we are. We are women who are desiring more than anything to live our life in full bloom. That is the definition of vibrancy. And our quotes are inspiring. But now we've got a quote deck to do it. I mean, I had tears when I opened them up. Now we only ordered 3 decks. And the reason that I only ordered the 3 decks is to see, I wanted to see what the quality was. I wanted to see that this is something that we liked. And darn it, I wish I had them all now. We'd offer them for Christmas. But we'll figure it out and I'll let you know tomorrow. Tomorrow's Soulful Saturday, by the way. So show up here for Soulful Saturday tomorrow. But aren't they so cute? We love them. We absolutely love them. And what else is on their way are the new mindful mugs. So this is it, man. This week is the last of the, we have crumbs on this things. So they're coming, they're all coming, and we're going to have a whole collection of them for you next year that you can pick and choose what you want. This is one of the things that we want to do because they are such good triggers. We talked about what triggers are and how they can help us and remind us into doing the right thing. We think of triggers so often as being negative. Oh, that just triggers me and this, that, and the other thing. How about we flip that, right? We're on the pancake diet. That's what I told everybody last night. You're on the pancake diet. That means you start thinking bad stuff. You got to take out the turner and flip it. Start thinking about something good. Well, this is what the quote deck is about. This is what our mindful mug does. And this is what I say. When I say trigger, I'm talking about being trigger happy, not the other kind of trigger. Amen? Pinkies up? That's how we are, ladies. That's how we roll. I know I didn't, I mean, we have everything. We've got the decaf tea. That's in now, too. For all of you who are saying, you know, what about the caffeine at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? I totally get that. We also have Christmas menus for you. savingdinner.com/Christmas. And we have a whole bunch of fabulous stuff. And a very special Christmas menu that is coming your way, likely the beginning of next week. So take a look at that. I'm glad you love our supplements, Lizzie. I love our supplements. They really are effective, and you would not believe the number of testimonials that we get on the regular saying, wow, what a difference. And it's because we are exclusively formulating this, me and the formulator, together with the science to get the result. It takes us a minute to get it done, but I'm going to tell you what, I've never taken such effective supplements. So do take advantage of that. Take advantage of all the supplements deals that we have, especially when we have supplement of the week. I mean, come on, that's a screaming deal. And I love it when we're able to do that kind of thing too. That's our goal too. That's our goal in 2021 is to keep the costs low, keep our customers happy, and make sure that we are creating the most vibrant community possible. That's our whole goal. We're here to serve, and we're here to help, and we're here to support, and we're here. That's our purpose, to help. That's our whole purpose. And we have a phenomenal team. I was just telling Amber and Jenny, when this is all over, this pandemic is all over and done, we are going to get together as a group and do something, no men, and do, you know, some spa thing or something, anything. But anyway, they deserve it. I'm telling you, I am very blessed with a great group of women to work with. Very blessed. Let's get to those questions. I gave you everything. Told you about how to get the notes. Told you about the thingy. Told you about the thingy. I think I did. I think I did all the things. So, oh, I didn't even tell you. Oh my gosh. Joanne's got an idea. I want to see Joanne's idea. Oh, do and if you have ideas about products that you'd like to see us offering or anything, we're going to be updating the Take Back Your Life journal. We've got a bunch of other stuff coming. Somebody's sending a gift. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we have all kinds of things happening, and it is our delight to be able to create and to bring stuff that's going to just absolutely support your journey. We're all about that. We're all about that. So let's give you this whole thing. Thank you, Joanne. You're such a sweetheart. Oh, I forgot about the workshop. Yeah. Listen, one of the things at the end of the year, I think it's a good idea. And by the way, sidebar, many of the detoxes that you see out there, they've got these brutal supplements that go with them, or they're just wackadoodle stuff that doesn't have protein in it to support you, all kinds of garbage. I've seen garbage, and more garbage out there. However, our bodies have we have 5 detoxification organs essentially in our bodies, and they need support. They need support while they're doing their job. At the end of the year, I like to do a detox, and I have very specific qualifications on doing that. Speaking of which, we have formulated our own detox. We're calling it the Happy Body Detox, or wait a minute, the Vibrant Body Detox. And that is going to be offered in conjunction with our workshop, which is creating a vibrant 2021 heart, mind, body, and soul, right? So we're going to have that will include the detox. It's a 10-day thing in January. That will include the work in the workshop. There's going to be a bunch of mindset stuff that we're going to be working on. We're going to be working on our 90-day goals using our Take Back Your Life journals. This is what they look like, but we're going to use the PDF and pencils. We're going to give you a list of all the things that you're going to need. Then later on, after we do get our 90-day goals in mind, then we're going to create a vision board. And we're going to be doing that together online, live, in a workshop. It's going to be phenomenal. And the reason why we're doing things like this is because we want to support you 100% all the way so that you feel really good about what you're doing. So what I've been saying is don't make another resolution, make a reservation for January 2nd. Mark that day down. Saturday, January 2nd. Now it's $97, but It includes the 10-day detox. It includes the supplement. It includes everything that you're gonna need. I'm just gonna ask you to get your own, I mean, obviously you need to get some glue, scissors, you know, new magazines to cut and what have you on the vision board. We'll have you all set up. You will be ready to go. You are going to bust out of your seams over this workshop. It's gonna be phenomenal, and I want you there. Go to savingdinner.com/vibrant. All the information is there. All the information. And listen, we've got discounts. We have discounts for people who are in the Sprint Plus. So if you'll find out about that in last night's webinar. Go savingdinner.com/ what is it? Burn, I think? Yeah, I don't know. I forget all the thingies. Jenny will tell you. Jenny knows. She keeps track of my brain. Somebody needs to. You ready to dig in? Let's get some questions answered. So Jocelyn says, I love having a second smoothie once in a while for supper and my big meal at lunch. Is it too much to put all the supplements again since I had it for breakfast, or should I cut some out? So what I would suggest that you do, because of the way that you're doing, I think it's a great idea. If you're doing, when you're breaking your fast, it sounds to me like you're breaking your fast, and then you're having with a smoothie, and then you're having basically your dinner at lunchtime. Great idea. And then instead of having a big dinner, you're having a smoothie. Fabulous. So anything that's going to stimulate, we want to do first thing in the morning, okay? And when I say stimulate, I'm talking about B vitamins. B vitamins can be very stimulating. So I would do my beauty support. Okay. Let's see. I would do, let me see what I need to, beauty support would definitely, because it has biotin in it. That's a B vitamin. My B complex, my Wise Women's B complex. And what else would I do? Yeah, those for sure. Do those things only in the morning. Don't do them in the afternoon. And then you can split up your supplements as you want. However, Leptofix on an empty stomach always. Crave Crusher first thing in the morning to help you through the day. And other than that, you can then take the rest of them if you want and split them up and have them again either with your meal or your evening smoothie. I just know from personal experience that I don't like to have a lot of supplements in my stomach when I go to bed. I take my Sleepies at night when I go to bed, and my Probiotic. Those are the two things that I take absolutely without fail, simply because I want them to be doing their work at night. You need to make sure that you're giving yourself 3 hours, even though it's a smoothie and it's much lighter. You're still giving yourself at least 3 hours before bed so that you have your digestion under control. But that's how I'd split them up. Sue asks a really good question. My friend Sue Knoll, who I'm very proud of, by the way. She's doing great. Sue says, please explain the difference between prebiotics and postbiotics. You know, the simplest explanation is this. Prebiotics are basically the food for the probiotics. That's it. So prebiotics come in the forms of a fermented type of a form. So you'll see that in like an apple cider vinegar or whatever. And number two is that your probiotics are basically they're the soldiers that are in your gut. And we supplant that by giving, you know, they're always being killed off. You know, there's a war going on. You got the good guys and the bad guys. And you want to take down the evildoers, right? Don't we all? But we got to feed the troops. And that's why prebiotics are so important. So prebiotics you can get in fermented food like kimchi, sauerkraut, that kind of a thing. I stay away from the dairy stuff because it's more about the fiber and the fermentation in the fiber. That's the stuff that does it. Same with apple cider vinegar. Also, and we do have an organic ACV, by the way, that's off the hook. This stuff is great. We haven't really talked that much about it. It just came in and they gave us the wrong label and everything. We're just like, whatever, we'll just get through it. But good stuff, organic, you know, because most apple cider vinegar stuff out there you see, the supplements, they're crap because they're not organic. And apples are one of the dirtiest foods. I hate to say it because I live in apple country here, you know, real close to Hendersonville, North Carolina, but gotta have organic apples, guys. Just got it. It's super sprayed with everything. One of the worst. And they always make the Dirty Dozens list every single year. Every single year since I've been following them for the last 25 years or so, every year, apple's number one on the list. So that's the difference between a prebiotic and a probiotic. So make sure that you are constantly supplying your gut with new probiotics because they're always getting killed off. And when you're taking our probiotic, you're getting 4 billion per capsule. Isn't that so fantastic? Maybe kefir is fine if you don't have a dairy sensitivity. Now the lactose is broken down in kefir. However, casein, which is the protein in milk, is usually the problem. Lactose can be, people who are lactose intolerant can always take a lactose, free type of a milk. They have those out there all the time. But, the whole thing is if you have a dairy sensitivity, you're going to know it. It's going to show up on your skin. It's going to show up in bloating, mucus, coughing at first thing in the morning, and just trying to, get all the goo out. That's your body saying, yeah, I'm just really not that keen on this stuff. So yeah, a lot of people like it, but the other problem with kefir is go take a look at the sugar content. That's one of the problems. There's a lot of, can be a lot of sugar in it. So we're looking at how do we get away from all that sugar? That's a really important thing to do. So Lucy asked this question. She says, I think it's a weird question, but I thought I'd run it by you. Yesterday I gave blood in my right hand. My iron was 12.2, too low. They immediately asked for the other hand and my iron was 14.0. The same thing happened in October when I gave blood. They don't understand why it happens, but they always ask for the other hand when something is out of the ballpark. Isn't it funny? I know this isn't exactly on topic, but I'm so curious. It's just a weird thing. And I tried really hard to find an answer to that. I mean, I Googled, I went to PubMed, I went everywhere, and I couldn't find an answer. And my best answer for you, without going to a doctor and talking to him about that, would be your body is always in a state of flux, always. There's no such thing as just everything just staying the same. It doesn't. You're always in a state of flux. This is why we do blood tests all the time. This is why, you feel differently sometimes. This is why, people are always testing their blood sugar or their blood pressure, because your body is in a constant state of flux and change. So why is it that way? Who knows? Are you right-handed or left-handed? That's another thing. Well, we stimulate more, and maybe we have better blood flow on the arm that we use the most. I don't know the answer to that, but you're right. Weird. But I think that's kind of cool, though. It tells you that our bodies are just so different, And this is from Anna. I'm looking at you right now, Anna. She's saying he drinks plain unsweetened and salts it. Check plain unsweetened and see what the sugar content is, because you still have the lactose in there. And lactose is milk sugar, is what it is. I'm an asthmatic. Any suggestions for avoiding the overnight buildup of mucus so I don't end up coughing for a half an hour in the morning to get it out? I don't drink milk, and I know that causes me mucus buildup. But cheese will, kefir will, any kind of dairy product will. The other thing that I would strongly suggest is that, there's certainly food sensitivities out there that can cause mucus, because what is mucus doing? What is that? Mucus is a part of the immune system, and it's designed to carry out the cooties. That's what it does. This is why when you get a cold and you're blowing your nose and everything, that's all, and they're saying deposit those, make sure that you don't leave a bunch of Kleenex all around because the cooties spread. So you need to make sure that you're getting rid of all that garbage for sure, and not allowing it to spread around. Well, when we have a buildup of mucus from some kind of maybe food sensitivity or whatever, it's our immune system doing their job, saying, hey, things aren't right. Let's go ahead and let's take care of this and get it out of here. So that's what happens with an asthmatic. An asthmatic is basically a body saying enough already. And a lot of times it can be environmental things that you're breathing. I would strongly suggest an air doctor or something in your house to make sure that and a HEPA filter and all that to clean the toxins that are in. Everyone has them in their homes, by the way. Everyone does. And also, make sure that you're dusting all the time. Make sure that you're keeping a tidy house, make sure that your, carpet is the enemy for asthmatics. I would get rid of it and put down tile or hardwoods. If that's the case, that will help it dissipate. So you've got environmental and you've also got food sensitivities. And the top food sensitivities are citrus, tomatoes, seafood even, dairy. What else is on the list? Grains, gluten, yada, yada. I mean, I should know these off the top of my head, but right now I'm having total brain farts. So sorry about that. So strong suggestion though is you can order a food sensitivity test and go take a look at what it is. When I did my very food sensitivity test, oh my gosh, I had 8 things come back in the red zone, yellow or red zone, which meant, hey, sister, no wonder you're having a hard time. No wonder you have so much mucus in the morning and just, and it was dairy, almonds I was allergic to because I was drinking all kinds of almond milk and eating almonds as a snack. This is back in the snack days. These were things that I did on a regular basis, and it didn't, what I found was it was the foods that I was eating all the time. They were all healthy things, but we have to change up our diet, and that's the way that we do it. You can find a food sensitivity test on I think the best place to find them is on Groupon, because they're like $39 there. I've seen them also on Amazon for about $79. So just take a look, get one. It's easy. You do it at home. You just prick your finger and put blood spots on it, and bada bing, bada bang, you're done. It's really that simple. Good information to have, and to know how sensitive you are to different things, because that could also be a trigger. I hope that helped, Anna. All right, this is from my girl Jen. I just love Jen. Thanks for the info about the shallots. How are they different from chives and green onions? Shallots are found in the refrigerated produce section, right? Not necessarily. Actually, you'll find them not in the produce in the refrigerated section unless they're peeled and put into a plastic bag. You know how they do like all the prepped produce? That's where you might find refrigerated shallots. But usually you're going to find them with the garlic and the onions and everything else. So how are they different? It's a different type of onion, if you will. And I say it's like if garlic and onions got together and had a baby, it'd be a shallot. Seriously, it would be a shallot, because shallots are very pungent, very, very pungent, very flavorful. And they have such a different flavor. They add a nice dimension to a sauce. Occasionally I had a recipe for a shallot vinaigrette, and I tried it and it was just a little bit too pungent for me. And believe me, I can handle, when they say put in 2 cloves of garlic, I'm like, put 4, bring it on. But listen, vampires stay far, far away from me. So, hey, it works. So shallots are just slightly different. Now chives are just the green part, just the green little parts. And aren't they so cute? And they're very pungent as well. And you can take them, it's the beginning basically of a green onion, although they're actual chives. But you can also use them just like that and chop, chop, chop. Use scissors, by the way, when you're using chives. It bruises them less and it gives a better snip. I hope everybody has kitchen shears here, but you need them. So that's what it is. And when you get your shallots, after you've, opened them up or whatever, any remaining parts you're gonna wanna keep in the refrigerator. Different schools of thought on, do you keep onions? If you keep onions out, we don't put onions in the refrigerator because we don't do it. But shallots, on the other hand, a lot of times they'll dry out easily, and so they need to go into the refrigerator. But dark cool is really the best idea for shallots on how to store them. So that's basically the only difference. And I think, personally, I think that everybody should have a stash of shallots, onions, and garlic. I have a basket that I keep. You've probably seen it in my kitchen right behind me when I've been cooking, but I have a little black basket that I have all the stuff in there. I have onions. I have yellow onions for cooking, yellow or white for cooking, by the way. Don't use sweet onions for that. And sweet onions would be the Vidalias and the Maui onion and all of those. Those are sweet onions. And when they cook, they taste like nothing. So we need the pungent stuff for the cooking. Yellow and white onions are the best for that. And then you got your shallots, which are going to be boom shakalaka. That's just like, ooh, we're going to take it a new level. You know, this is the big stuff right here. This is the pungent pow stuff that's fabulous. And then the other thing that, yeah, you can put onions in the fridge before chopping for lower tiers, but you know what works better is just a pair of glasses. Put your glasses on. I mean, that's what I noticed the other day. I was in you know, or not the other day, but you know, when I've been in the kitchen with my glasses on, you know, I just use them for reading and so that I can see distances like this. Otherwise, you know, I'm walking around without my glasses. So I'm in the kitchen chopping. Oh, and my eyes are just going crazy. And then I had to read something because I was using a recipe, had to read something, put my glasses back on, and it was just like amazing. Now I've done everything to just, you know, work with this tear thing, including putting a piece of bread in my mouth and hoping that the tears, because that was another old wives' tale, and I thought, well, that's just crappy. All you have to do is get a big piece of soggy bread. I'm not going to eat the bread anyway. Why is it in my mouth? Get it out of here. Put on the glasses. So that's what I do for that. This is also from Jen. She said, my 10-year-old son is homeschooled and I want to start cooking lessons with him in 2021. Nice. Where do I start with the Saving Dinner cooking lessons? So we have cooking camp, Jen. Get cooking camp and just start at module 1. And it will take all the way. It'll start with the basics. Definitely start with the basics, and it will take you all the way to the place of where he's going to be cooking proficiently. Absolutely, yeah, you need to have the sharp knife. You need to have it'll show you how to set up the kitchen. He'll understand mise en place, and do it with him. I think you guys will have a really good time. Yeah, and the other reason I don't recommend putting onions in the refrigerator is because it turns it to sugar is what happens. So take a look at that. Same with potatoes. There's certain things that should not go in the refrigerator. Tomatoes, potatoes, and onions are part of them, with the exception of shallots. But that even then, that's worth an investigation. There's people say 2 things. I don't care. You know, I just know that they last longer in the fridge. I was finding, who is this from? Veronica. I was making bone broth on Monday, and without thinking, I found myself scraping off the foam from the top. My grandmother used to do that. I've not seen it in any recipes. Is this necessary? If so, why do we do it? Okay, so this is a good question. It's all about aesthetics. All about aesthetics. Here's the thing that you need to understand. When you're cooking, especially when you're cooking bone broth or anything with, you know, a kind of meat bones or whatever for the stock flavor. I mean, this is how you get the stock flavor. You get that's protein encapsulated in that foam, and it looks gross, doesn't it? I mean, that foam rises up and you're going, ew, it's dirty. Get it off. It's just an aesthetic thing. It doesn't really add much flavor. It doesn't really do much of anything. It's just, we just skim it off. You know, I do it too, because I'm like, I don't want that stuff in my soup. Get out of here. So that's the only reason why we do it. Veronica also asks, what's quercetin and why do we need it? Well, I'm so glad you asked. I swear I had it. Don't I have it? Yes, I do. Here it is. Quercetin. So quercetin is a bioflavonoid that puts vitamin C on steroids, essentially. And it's, you know, these bioflavonoids and all these little compounds, you know, and that we are finding from different things about fruits and vegetables, for example. Why can't I think of the name of what it is? Boy, all of a sudden my brain I have massive brain farts today. Sorry guys, sorry. There's just been a lot on my mind. I've been doing too many things at one time, and don't multitask, by the way, it'll make you crazy. But the essential thing is that like the colors and the flavors, even the smells, all of these are indicative of some kind of micronutrient. Do you know that 85% of the stuff of nutrition we don't even know about yet? We're just finding out about these things. I mean, 10 years ago, you probably didn't know about quercetin. Now you can buy it as a supplement. But all it does is put vitamin C on steroids. And vitamin C, of course, is an antioxidant, fantastic stuff, and it just takes care of things. Anna's asking about an antioxidant. Well, what an antioxidant is a protection for your system, because free radicals are the things that we naturally metabolize. It comes from stress, it comes from eating even the right things, but especially from eating the wrong things. And it comes from just the way our bodies metabolize. Even after exercise, we get free radicals. And antioxidants are basically the Pac-Mans that come along and take care of business and get rid of the free radicals. Free radicals will, if you take your bicycle and put it out in the rain and let the rain get it, and then the next day it's going to start the rust procedure, right? So free radicals are like the rain on the bicycle, and then become rust. And what antioxidants do is they act as a protectant, so that you're not going to get wet, you're not going to get rust, and it's going to keep you a lot safer. We need this for our body. It's just really important. And basically, vitamins A, B, C, D, and E are all antioxidants. And then these as well, you know, little bioflavonoids and things like that are also antioxidants. So this stuff is so incredibly good for you, and it makes such a difference. It makes such a difference for you to feel really good and to take care of business. And we need that. We need that help in our bodies to get, to get better. So forget it. I wanted to tell you what the name of the one in the tomatoes are, because it starts with an L, and I keep wanting to say it's leptin, but it's not. What is it? Anybody remember? I can't remember. That bugs me. Okay. Let's see, where are we? Amber! Amber is asking, this is our Amber, and she's saying, today's tip from the Daily Dish email said to store shallots in the fridge. Here it is. I heard that storing cut onions in the fridge is a no-no because they can absorb bacteria and make you sick. No, that's not true. Quercetin, Quercetin. No, lysine is that is an amino acid. That's not the one I'm thinking of. It protects a man's prostate. Lycopene. It's lycopene. There you go. Lycopene is what it is. It protects a man's prostate. So if you want to protect your man's prostate, make him eat. And by the way, it's cooked tomatoes that it's the most effective. So spaghetti sauce is really good for your man. Okay, so they can absorb bacteria and make you sick. If you got it in a sealed jar, it's going to be fine. You don't want it hanging out there. There's no truth to that. And you should store whole onions not in the fridge. No, store whole onions in a cool, dark place like you would potatoes. Keep them separate so they don't start sprouting, by the way. There is a compound within the onion that causes the potato to sprout. So you want to make sure that you're not mixing them together. Okay? Really, I know, it's just like, this is chemistry, you guys. All chemistry. Did I answer that correctly? So yeah, with the whole thing with onions, chopped onions can be stored in the refrigerator, of course. A cut onion can also be stored in the refrigerator, just simply because that is how you don't get bacteria. So that's a bizarre thing that somebody would say, that cut onions in a refrigerator are going to start bacteria. This is why we put things in the refrigerator, to stop bacteria. So yeah, I don't see it that way. Let's see. Radishes. This is from Lynn. Radishes, good and bad. I found them great. Please say they're good and they're okay on this diet. They are. If you're talking about the Sprint, they are in it. They're in it. Okay, so here's what you need to know about that. Radishes have a bunch of B vitamins in it, and they also have some good minerals in it, some calcium, magnesium, and what have you. You know, good all-around stuff. Very low in calories, lots and lots of flavor. So yeah, I love them. And you can roast them whole. You can grate them and put them in your salads. You can slice them up and put them in your salads. You can do whatever you want with them. I think they're just absolutely phenomenal. I think I told you we've been doing Misfits produce box, And I am loving this. It's so good. We got these gigantic watermelon radishes that are like this. And of course, I just, you go through and you get one of these when you make your order. And I get the big box because I order every 2 weeks. So get this. They sent me these watermelon radish like this big, and I got about 4 of them. And I'm thinking, how on earth are we ever going to get through them? So I've been using them as much as possible. And yeah, see, Jenny says that too. She loves roasted or sauteed radishes. My daughter Caroline does too. I'm going to tell you, this is a true story. I've never tried them like that. It just seems weird to me, but I'm going to have to do that. Okay, I'll cook my radishes. It just seems like the antithesis of what one would do with a radish. It's like cooking lettuce. Okay, women, this is also from Lynn. Women with young children and families. Can you address this group of women? Sure. I just don't know exactly how to address them. I mean, I don't know what you want exactly, Lynn. I don't know what you want. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be cute. I seriously don't know what you want. So women with young children and families, I mean, you want to talk about their nutrition, scheduling, being able to just let me know what you want exactly, because I want to be able to help you, because I've been there, having young children and everything, exhausting, absolutely exhausting, and constant, right? Constant. So I'd love to address those young women, and I would love to help you in any way that I can possibly, help you, but I just don't know what it is. So just send another email in, and I promise you next week, I will answer this in great detail and make sure that you feel served and helped, okay? Peace be with you. I appreciate you all. What was this? What is this Sarah doing again? She says cooking spinach and kale and cabbage is actually cooking lettuce. Well, maybe in your world, but not in mine. Just no. Do you remember there was kind of a fad? I'm gonna call it a fad, where people were taking hearts of romaine and searing it for a minute and putting it on, making it a salad or whatever, and searing peaches on a grill. That's when you know you've got way too much time on your hands. That's my opinion of that. I mean, we know what to do with peaches, don't we? When they're in their full glory, we don't need to be grilling them, do we? We don't need to be grilling salad. We just need to eat it normally, like real people do. And Sarah, I'll deal with you later. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was fun. And if you've got a question you want it answered next week, it's a real simple thing. All you have to do is send it into savingdinner.com at support@savingdinner.com. And in that subject line, question for Leanne on Friday, we'll answer it. Yes, we will. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate your time today. You guys are the best, and I'll see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, for Soulful Saturday. Peace be with you.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.